Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we are pretty much rounding off all of the content that has been added to New Horizons over the last few weeks that saw Island Life updated to version 2.0 and then followed up with 4 smaller patch updates. During this time we've talked about a bunch of new features such as the exclusive Brewster rewards you can unlock by buying coffee, as well as some of the significant changes to mechanics such as Wisp and his drop rates, and everything in between. So I thought it'd be fun to look at 5 of the tiniest updates that we've not yet discussed and focus on the ones that Nintendo didn't even tell us about. Number 1. Villager Pictures. As you know, if you become best friends with a villager who lives on the New Horizons island, there's a good chance they'll gift you their villager photo as a way of saying thanks for being awesome. This mechanic goes quite deep, but just know if you are best friends with a villager, it's still down to chance to whether or not you receive their photo. Anyway, thanks to the recent 2.0.4 update, we know a new condition has been added before a villager will hand out a second photo, if for some reason one photo isn't enough. Once the villager has gifted you their first photo, you now have to talk with a villager on 10 different days before the game even checks whether or not their photo will be gifted again. Now this doesn't necessarily make it easier or harder to obtain multiple photos, as people have reported both, but it's still interesting to know. Number 2. Dream Search. Now the Dream Suite is of course the feature run by Luna, who helps you visit dream versions of other players' islands. This was introduced in New Horizons a few months after launch and has since seen several updates, including remembering previous dream addresses and even being able to exit dreams from anywhere on the island. However, another little feature that was added in the recent content update that seems to have slipped under the radar is that another search option for finding random dreams has been added. When talking with Luna, you can now find dreams by searching for island names, which means my dream address is no longer a secret. Anyway, this makes finding dreams easier and also adds a new fun way of finding islands. Number 3. New Stationery. Now anyone familiar with New Horizons or any previous Animal Crossing game will probably know there is a whole bunch of different styles and designs of paper or cards which you can choose to write letters on and send them to villagers, friends or your future self. Anyway, the latest content update actually made 2 new pieces of stationery available, including the Fireworks card and the Dawning Year card. This was most likely a bug in the first place, as I believe the artwork has always been present in the game but weren't available until now. These are now named correctly as well and can be used, so again it's nice to see Nintendo tidying up some of these smaller things just for the sake of completeness. Number 4. 4th tier. Now moving away from items and features for a second, the latest content update also fixed a pretty serious bug, at least in Nintendo's eyes. As you may know, there has been several ways to place items on the highest 4th tier cliffs around the New Horizons islands, with new methods of achieving this being discovered ever since launch. Of course, this isn't how Nintendo intended, as the 4th tier is supposed to be off limits. Anyway, the most recent content update finally addresses this and stops the ability to drop and place items on the 4th tier even if you somehow manage to get up there. Furthermore, in order for Nintendo to fix this issue entirely, they needed to remove all existing items already placed there, so after updating, any items that were placed on the 4th level were removed and placed in the recycle bin. Number 5. Desert Tile. Now quite often the developers will change things in the background that we never notice, and some of these things often include categories, types, values, drop rates or names of things. One name change in particular saw several wallpapers and flooring items changed and added to a new furniture set. Now all variants of the Desert Tile wall and the Desert Tile flooring were renamed to the Moroccan wall and the Moroccan flooring, and then added to the new Moroccan furniture set that was added to Happy Home Paradise and the 2.0 update. This change was essentially made to complete the furniture set and is super useful for Happy Home themes or increasing your Happy Home score. So there we have it, 5 of the smallest updates and changes that Nintendo didn't really tell us about, or at least in the patch notes, along with some of the notable updates we've only now gotten around to discussing. What do you think about having new stationery? Do you even write letters anymore? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, thank you so much to all the patrons and channel members for supporting this content, and until next time, have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.